Hello guys, and welcome to a new video. So I decided to take a break from recording Flutter videos, but concentrate on that for now. So once that is done, then I'll return back to the Flutter, because obviously Flutter is built on that, and then you need that to actually go ahead with Flutter. And so we are going along with that. Okay, so what is that? I know you may know that to be a game, but that's not what we are talking about here. We are talking about that as a programming language. Okay, so that is from Google. So it's from Google, meaning it's developed and maintained by Google. It's open source and available on GitHub. It is object-oriented and a good server-side programming language. So that is object-oriented. Other object-oriented languages you can come across would be JavaScript, C#, Java, Kotlin. Okay, so it being server-side means you can build backend applications solely with that and no other framework, just like you can do with Python or say Node.js. You can build a server from scratch with that. Okay, so why that? One is really simple. The syntax is really simple and it's similar to most of the programming languages out there, like C#, JavaScript, those object-oriented languages. It's efficient and it's not heavy. So unlike Kotlin or Java, where you have heavy libraries to cluster things up, that is really not heavy. It's lightweight, and therefore performance on that is really great. So some of the things you can build with that is countless, but some of them would be a server, which is a backend application or something, and then you can build mobile apps, you can build web apps, and then the main reason why we are doing this tutorial in the first place is because of Flutter. Now Flutter is built on top of that, so every Flutter project is written in that. With Flutter you have the web, mobile, desktop. You can build WPF applications for different platforms using Flutter. Okay, so once we know what that is and what it's capable of, let's set up a development environment to run our that code. Now, if you followed my early videos on Flutter programming, you'd probably have a Flutter environment set up. So you'd be cool for now, although I'll still walk you through how you can install those. But then I recommend you check that video out. I'll leave a link in the description below. Okay, so if you don't want to install anything on your machine to run that program, then you can visit datpad.dev, which is an in-browser tool to run your dat code. So you can run any dat code and then it will give you the required output. So just hit run and then you are good to go. Alright, so that's one way. However, if you want to be running the code on your local machine without using any internet connection, bear in mind that that part will require that you are always connected to the internet. But if you don't want to be running in the web browser but want to run in text editor on IDE of your choosing, then you can set up either the Flutter way. And since we are learning this for Flutter, you can set up your environment the Flutter way, which I would recommend you check out my early videos of Flutter. I'll leave a link in the description below to set up a Flutter development environment. Then you can get an IDE, either Visual Studio Code or any other text editor you want to. Say Visual Studio, just search for Visual Studio Code. Then you can download from the first links available, either from here or here. But I already have Visual Studio Code installed. The installation is simple. Again, if you watch my videos on Flutter, it walks you through the installation of all of this. You can also use Android Studio if you want. Again, if you check my getting started with Flutter videos, you get the step-by-step installation procedure for Android Studio. So you can download from here. Just search come to developer.android.com/studio to download. I'll leave a link to these resources in the description of this video. Okay, so once you have all of this, if you've not already set up Flutter, you can go to Flutter. Just search Flutter installation. Then, so I'm running on a Windows machine. However, if you are running on any other platform, you can check out the installation procedure for your various platforms to check out how it's actually installed on your platforms. Okay, so you can get the Flutter SDKs from this page. I'll leave a link in the description below. Again, you can check out my setting a development environment on a Windows machine for Flutter development to run this. However, if you don't want to do it the Flutter way, you can just search for that install and then download get the .sdk. So if you are on Windows, which I'm guessing you'd be, or whichever one you are, you can install with Choco or any other equivalent way of installing. So you get the SDKs on this page, but I've already set up my development environment the Flutter way. So I suggest you check out the Flutter way since you'll be doing Flutter after this series of tutorials. Okay, so once you have everything done, you can open a terminal or a command prompt and to check the version of that you have on your system. You can just say that's dash version. So I currently have that 2.14.4 stable version installed on my local machine. You can also check if you did the Flutter way, you can just do Flutter dash version. Then you get the entire detail about everything. Okay, so you can open your text editor or your IDE, or if you are going to be running on in the web, then you can come to that part.dev. So for this beginning video, I think I'll just run this same hello world code in the IDE so we see how things work. So I'm just going to say open folder, then I'll navigate or locate Okay, so I'll create a file and name it main.dat. Again, there are some extensions you can install. That is the dat extension. You can install this to give you linting and other beneficiary stuff. Okay, so I'm going to paste in the same lines of code. Then to run it, I'll just say dat and main.dat. So I get my output which prints the hello world. Okay, so if you have this extension installed, code runner. If you have code runner installed, so if you don't have it installed, I suggest you install. If you have that installed, you can hit Ctrl Alt N and it's going to run your code. So you can do this. You can do it this way if you have the code runner installed, or you can do the dat main.dat. Then your code will be executed. Okay, so in the next video we will start with the core concepts of dat and see where and take it from there. Alright, as usual, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to support our channel. Thank you and see you in the next video.